So part 2, lust, fighting lust. Romans 8 has some good detail on that matter as well. But 1 John 2:15 on down, again, it says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. When you start to awaken on your spiritual journey, you'll realize this. But is of the world. It says, in the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that does the will of God abides forever. And that's really what you want to be doing. That's really what you need to be doing. Specifically, you Israelites. Because the covenant, the blood covenant, was given unto us. Moses and our ancestors. Galatians 5:25. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. And if you're always vibing in the Spirit, then it's going to be easy to walk in the Spirit. But this world that we live in makes it so hard to be spiritual and remain spiritual. Examples being, you turn on your television, you see something. I mean, it can be with food, gluttony with food. It can be, desiring, or more so lusting, because honestly, desire is disciplined lust, if that makes sense. Desire is lust that is disciplined. Lust is desire that is not disciplined. So that's the thing. But when you turn on your television, you see different lust. When you turn on your social media accounts, you see different lust. And one of the biggest ones the devil uses, especially for us men, especially us young men, is women. And I never lie or sugarcoat. It's definitely a big lust for me. I love the women. Love them, love them. But there's a certain way that women are supposed to adorn themselves, specifically, as the scrolls state, in modest apparel. When you're dwelling throughout your day and all you see is breasts and gluteus maximus all around every day, here and there, it makes the job a lot harder than what it needs to be. And that job I speak on or speak of is staying in the Spirit. So you have that. You live in an over-sexualized society. You have the ones that's at the very top, that's downright dirty and wicked. So, if it's downright dirty and wicked at the top, then it's going to sprinkle down and be downright dirty and filthy as well. And this is why it's like a million full-time gigs to stay inside the spirit, because you're constantly fighting. And then you have your own flesh that you fight, your own imperfections, intrusive thoughts, and imperfections. And as the scrolls state, principalities. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12 through 20, but we'll read the first part. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And that's what I was alluding to when I said it's dark and dirty at the top. And that dark and dirty and filthiness sprinkles down to the bottom. But this is the battle that we're in. This is the battle that you fight as mortal men and as mortal women. Because women, they fight their flesh as well. We all do. I want to grab another scroll. This is going to come out of the Apocrypha, Second Esdras 7. Second Esdras 7. Second Esdras 7:57. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle. Remember that battle I speak of. Remember the battle I speak of between your flesh and your spirit and your flesh, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. Not only man, but woman as well. So it's quite intriguing. It's quite intriguing. It's quite intriguing. I'm going to end it with one of my favorite scrolls. 1 Corinthians 15:51. 1 Corinthians 15:51 reads, it says, behold, I show you a mystery. It says, we shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. This is 1 Corinthians 15. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep. That is code for die. But we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Isn't that what everyone is trying to achieve and chase? Immortality. Immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is your sting? O grave, where is your victory? And that's what specifically you Israelites, you're fighting for. You're fighting for immortality, because that is what Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is coming to grant the elect and the 1/3 and whatnot. salvation, immortality, life everlasting, the kingdom. You know what? I'll end it with, I said I was going to end it with that, but the Spirit wants me to end it with this. Daniel 7. And that's just how the Spirit works, man. It'll jump on you at any time. And you just got to fall through. You just got to fall through with it. Just got to fall through with it. Daniel chapter 7, it says, and there was given him. Who is that him? That him is who the world calls Christ Jesus, or Yahawashi HaMashiach. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, everybody, the Gentiles, the heathen, the Gentiles, Israelites, because it's going to be his kingdom, but we're going to be co-heir unto the throne. It says, and there was given him dominion and glory and the kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. And that's what's coming. And they know it's coming. And they know who the children of Israel are. They know it's you Native Indians. They know it's you Latinos. They know it's you Negroes, you Haitians, you Jamaicans, you black and brown. And even, well, I usually don't use the terms black and brown because those narratives are false, but just for layman terms and just for time's sake, black, brown, etc. You black and brown people of the earth, you are the children of Israel. But we do know through extensive knowledge and wisdom that it's about the lineage. It's about your father's bloodline. You can be as dark as me, or you can be as light as my dog here. It's not really about skin color. It's about the bloodline, and it's about the spirit. And if your forefathers go back to Abraham, Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob, and Jacob, you know? And with that, I want to say, Kohala, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rakah, Chadash, Barakata, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Barakatai, in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. Excuse my background, but like I say all the time, you can be doing nothing, or you can be doing something you don't have no business doing, or doing something wrong, morally, spiritually, no distractions, no noises. But the minute you pick up the scrolls, you pick up that Bible, the minute you get disciplined in the spirit, the minute you blow the dust off the book, or the books, so to speak, it's like every demon from hell wants to come and distract you from your purpose. Push forward, Yasha Allah, push forward. Shalom.